we can. In this lesson, we'll see how we can go from one chord to another by connecting them with single notes. Let's get to it. Hi, I'm Dave and welcome to How to Play Guitar for Beginners. This is the YouTube guitar channel where we learn how to play guitar step by step. If this is your first time on this channel, thanks for dropping in. Today we'll continue developing our rhythm playing by linking chords together, using single notes to get from one chord to another. So we're continuing to build up our rhythm guitar playing. Now a great way to give us more of a pro feel to our playing is by joining our chords together with passing notes. These notes give us a nice smooth way to get from one chord to another. We'll also be using the split stroke technique as well. So what are we playing? Well, we're just going to focus on three of our newly learned major chords, C, F and G. And one of the reasons is that these chords have very similar shapes to them. In previous lessons we looked at how with some chords the changes were made easier by the fact that certain fingers were in the same or very similar positions. With these three chords, C, F and G, fingers 2 and 3 are on the same frets for all of them. The third finger is always on the third fret, while the second finger is always on the second fret. And all we're doing is moving across the fretboard while keeping those fingers in the same position. So C, F and G for this, and the chord progression is 2 bars of each chord and finishing on the C. We're picking the first and third beats, and as for the rhythm we're using a down-up stroke leading into the connecting notes. So I'm going to do a demo of it very slowly to give you an idea of what we're going to do. So let's look at these connecting notes. Now the fingering and the patterns that we're going to use will be exactly the same for linking C to F, F to C, C to G, all of them will be the same. Let's look at the connecting notes. The first two notes are the root note, the bass note, and we've been using that note for the split stroke technique. But the next two beats of the bar are taken up by the connecting notes. So we get something like this. The first beat of the bar is the root note. The second beat of the bar is also the root note. And the third beat of the bar is the open D string. The final beat of the bar is, put your finger back where it was for the C chord, the second fret. So we have this 4 single notes leading us into the F chord. So I'll just play that again. So I'll just play that part, the first 2 bars. Have a listen, I'm going to do it quite slowly. And again. And you can hear how we are almost at the F chord. You can feel it wanting to go to the next chord. So we're now at the F chord, and what we'll be doing here is we'll be playing 2 bars of F, but the second bar of F will be going back down to C. And as I said earlier, the notes that we play and the fingers that we'll use are exactly the same. However, we'll be going back down in reverse. so instead of going, we'll be going. So it's the exact same thing, but in the opposite direction. Have a listen. If we look at the F chord that we've learned, we have our third finger on the third fret and we're going back down. So let's have a look at what the F chord is doing and how we go back down to the C. So we're on the F chord there. We are now picking the D string, or the fourth string at the third fret. That gives us our root note. And we'll play this twice. Now we're going to go back down one fret, but we're going to use our second finger. I'm not going to stick that up. The second finger goes back down onto the second fret of the D string. Okay, whereas in the F chord, yes, the second finger is on the third string, but for this downward progression, we are going to be putting it onto the second fret of the D string. Alright, so we have something like this. And then finally, the fourth note of that second bar is the open D string, or the open fourth string. So, which then takes us nicely into the C chord. This. So let's try playing C to F and then back again. So now we're going to look at going from C down to G and then back again. And the great thing with this is that the fingering is the same as going from F to C and then from C to F. So to go from C to G, as I said, the fingering and the finger positions that we use are exactly the same as going from F to C. So we'll be starting on the C chord and at the third fret of the A string with our third finger. We'll be playing it twice. The second finger will go across one string to the A for the third beat of the bar, and then we'll be playing the open A string, or the open fifth string, for the final beat of the bar. So we have something like this. And we then go to the G chord, and the first beat of the bar will be the picked string there, third fret of the low E string or sixth string. So have a listen as I go down from C to G. And again. Right there is when we go back up to C, and you know, it's the same again. So third finger, third fret, twice, and then the next string at the, which is open, followed by the second fret with your second finger on the A string. And and then it resolves into the C. So I'm going to play the whole thing together now. So 2 bars of C, 2 bars of F, 2 bars of C, 2 bars of G, and then back to C again. Okay, and now I'm going to try it a little bit faster, and hopefully you'll hear the country twang to this. Here So 3 basic chords strung together with passing notes and our split stroke technique as well. So give this technique a go. Use the simple chord progression to begin with if you like, just simple straight down strums. Of course, you know, as you feel more confident, change it around, use different strumming patterns as well. The other thing you can do is you can start with different chords. You can start on the G, go up to C, go up to F, and then back down again. The other thing you can practice is the 12-bar blues in C, and there's a link to that chord progression in the description below. Okay, so we've just incorporated a previous technique, split stroke, with a new technique. I can actually remember when I was doing this, when I was learning many years ago, and I was really pumped when it started to come together. It felt like such an incredible achievement. Once you've had some time to practice all of this, give us a comment. Let me know how you're getting on with this. I'd love to connect with you guys, and I'd love to read your comments. So thanks for watching. As always, why not subscribe for more quality content just like this? And if you haven't had a chance to look at some of the previous content, then check out the links in the description for another lesson below. Let me know in the comments section if there's something that you'd like me to teach. And remember that this is a beginners community, so if you have any questions about what we've looked at today or any previous lessons, then let me know. Don't be embarrassed. Thanks again for watching. Keep strumming, and I'll see you next time. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification button. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.